Hey y'all, it's me, Jamie, back again to talk to you about a couple things. Just hanging out in my kitchen. I figured it was better than the ratchet video that I made earlier. So pull myself together a little bit. Hopefully we give you some useful information. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about is the downsizing process. It was one of what I thought would be the easiest thing in the world, right? You just get rid of a bunch of shit, it goes away, it's wonderful, it's freeing, all this garbage. Let me tell you, it is not at all everything that everybody says it is. It is stressful as all get out. There's just no way around it. But it's totally worth it. So I guess the first thing you need to do if you're thinking about downsizing is make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, that you're not just doing it because it's a fad or it's what everyone else is doing or you saw it on tiny houses or whatever it is. You want to make sure that you are doing it because it's going to provide you something in life. So mine was I wanted more travel. I wanted to focus more on other things in my life. But I just had so many possessions kind of circling me, and it was weighing me down. It was causing chaos in my mind. As you all know, I'm like the most unfocused person in the world, ADD to the extreme. So I just needed like some balance there. So make sure you have a good reason. Don't just do it because everyone else is doing it or do it because you saw it on a show. Like make sure that there's a purpose behind it, whether it's like a financial purpose or traveling or smaller house or whatever. Just make sure your heart's in the right place. So there's like two approaches to this whole like minimalistic thing. I read one approach. Excuse me. Whoa, woof. So the one approach is you like just take everything out of a room and then you like get rid of pretty much all of it, like furniture and everything that you don't want, and then you organize what's left. And to me, I would like take everything out of the room and put it in another room, and then I would get tired, and then I would just say, screw it, I'm not doing this. This is too much work. So if it works for you, great, do it. Doesn't work for me, not doing it. So the way that I've done it, I sort of started the downsizing approach a while back when I moved to Texas last December. I had to downsize from a two-bedroom house full of furniture. It was packed with furniture to basically I live in one bedroom and then I have some stuff that I stored that was my grandma's that is really important to me. So that was the first downsize. Like I got rid of couches and my elliptical and beds and my desk, my office stuff. That was really, really intense for me because a lot of that stuff I had had since college, and so I like felt like I was giving a piece of me away. But I did it. So then when I was down here, I just kind of started with, and I think this is really important, start with something that's not super important to you. So like I have stuff from my grandma and little collectibles and things like that. I am emotionally attached to those things. So those things I had to save till I had like built up my courage. So I started with clothes because clothes aren't really that important to me, or so I thought. So I would just kind of like in phases go through clothes. So I started with like the obvious things that I hadn't worn in a really long time. Now, some of them were really hard for me to get rid of because I had placed an emotional attachment to them. So I'd be like, but I got that sweater from my grandma and I miss her. And that's, I learned is normal. But you have to like kind of remove that emotional attachment. So one of the things that I did was just, remind myself that I always have memories of that person or that event or whatever special to me. But saving it and having this clutter isn't bringing me that person or that event back. It's actually stressing me out more because I have to find a place to put it, all this stuff. So once I got through those clothes, then I started to like kind of look at what I liked, like loved, and what I liked but could live without. And let me tell you something. I have to mentally prepare myself because this is embarrassing. I had like 70 tank tops. Not like tank tops with words. I didn't even count those. I'm talking like straight up solid colored tank tops. How do you do that? I don't understand how somebody gets that many tank tops. But so you're gonna suddenly like start to see patterns and realize like you don't need 6 tank tops in one color. Like I could have worn a tank top every day for like 100 days and not have to do laundry, and I think that's really not normal. So I started like letting go of those things, but I didn't necessarily do it all at once. So I took those 50 tank tops, I cut them down to 20, and now I think I only have maybe like 8, which is a huge accomplishment for me. And the same with t-shirts. I have 1,000 t-shirts. I don't know how many I actually have, but so they were all shoved in my drawer. I had over a drawer and a half of my dresser was just t-shirts. I now have one little section of a drawer that's all my t-shirts. And I just kept the ones that were super important to me, like my marathon t-shirt, my half marathon t-shirt. And then I got rid of all the other stuff because, I mean, it's just stuff. Once I did clothes, then I started on like decor that I had packed away, Christmas decorations. I got rid of my bookshelf. Oh my God. It still pains me a little. I got rid of a lot of my books. Anyone that knows me knows I'm obsessed with books, and I literally have like a floor to ceiling bookshelf full of books. And now I'm just down to like a little bookshelf, like a 2-thing bookshelf of books. So you just like, you start to build your confidence and you start to realize it makes you feel better. And if it doesn't, then maybe this isn't for you. If it starts stressing you out more and more that you're giving stuff away, then maybe that, minimizing isn't, you're not in the right place for it. There's one, I thought of something and now it's gone. Oh, if you're not sure if you want to get rid of something, one of the ways that I dealt with it is I would like pack it away and I didn't get rid of it immediately. And then if I found myself like thinking about it over and over and over throughout a couple weeks or a month, I would take it back and I wouldn't get rid of it. And then that way I was sure. So just a couple things to think about. And I always recommend that you donate. And if you're doing donations, make sure you are researching who you're donating to, because you would hate to be donating to someone that's not worthy of a cause. So like Salvation Army. Actually, now that I just said that out loud. So you want to donate to Salvation Army for sure. Goodwill. Not really a place that is going to use your donations for the reasons that it should. So just look into a charity before you donate to it. Really make sure that you're donating to the cause and not to someone that's running the cause. And there's like tons of stuff. Like if you have stuffed animals, they'll ship them to kids that need them. Books, you can donate them. There's places all over that deliver them. So like anything that you're trying to get rid of, chances are there's a place that you can donate. Oh, my last plug, because this is super important to me. If you have old sheets, blankets, towels, anything, donate them to your local humane society or vet. They are always looking for linens, clean linens. Okay, so I'm done. I wasted almost 10 minutes of your life, but I just kind of wanted you to really think about, even if you're not going into a smaller space, if you're just looking to like declutter your life, where to start. And there's tons of like on Pinterest. If you follow people on Twitter, there's a ton of minimalists that give excellent advice, and you kind of got to sort through and decide what's going to work best for you. Not everything is going to work for you. Not everything has worked for me. So I'll give you some more tips and tricks. Trust me, it'll be a lot shorter than 10 minutes. I just kind of wanted to jump in and introduce you to the whole idea and where I stand on it. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions.